On tap, Columbus Beerfest. Hi, I'm James Knott, and welcome to a special episode of the Better Beer Authority. We are speaking with Craig Johnson, the director of Columbus Beerfest. This is the first annual Columbus Beerfest and will be held at the Columbus Convention Center on the evenings of May 28th and 29th, 2010. Craig, tell us a little bit about the Brewfest.
First, thanks for having me here. The Beer Fest came about because we've had them in Cincinnati for the last 4 years. They're called the Cincy Beer Fest down there. And our organization's the Big Joe Duskin Music Foundation. And that foundation is moving up to Columbus as well and Louisville as well. And the biggest fundraiser of the foundation is the Beer Fest that we put on. And it's also a great way to get the word out about the foundation and what it does.
Okay, so name a few breweries who are going to be there.
Well, there's going to be quite a few. I think we're up to about 52 different breweries. Some of the really good craft beers will be there. Founders is bringing their entire line and some specialty beers that you can't get. Stone as well is going to have their entire line there. Goose Island's bringing their entire line. So there's a lot that are actually getting really involved and going to be leading some of the seminars on Saturday. And right on down the line, I mean, could go through a million of them. Green Flash. There's a lot. Every Central Ohio brewery is going to be represented with every one of their beers. Some breweries out of Cincinnati are coming up for it. So it's going to be a really good time.
Okay, so do you have like a philosophy when you're seeking out these breweries? Does the festival have a philosophy?
Well, our philosophy is to support craft brewing. This is not a domestic beer fest. It's a craft beer festival. We purchase all the alcohol. There's no required sponsorship or pouring fees that you have at other festivals. It's not meant to be a burden on the different microbreweries. It's meant to support them because we want to support them in their endeavors of making great craft beer.
Okay. Is this event more about entertainment or education? A little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, that's what we try to do. It's not your parents' wine tasting. Let's put it that way. We have some great entertainment that each night that we invest a lot in because we think that's important. I mean, it's about going with friends, having a great time, learning about the beers, but having just a wonderful time in a great environment with a whole lot of other people that enjoy great craft beer.
So do you think, big picture here, do you think this is part of a movement toward people moving towards craft breweries? Like this event, does that fit into that?
I think just in the 4 years we've been doing it, we've seen just the explosion of interest in it. I mean, in Cincinnati and Columbus as well, it was kind of a sleeping market really, and it's just been growing exponentially each year where the interest in craft beers is so high. In Colorado, 27% of all beer consumed in that state is made in that state, and we're just years behind that in terms of growth in Ohio. You could still count on one hand how many breweries there are in Columbus and in Cincinnati, but there's 2 on the boards that are going to be opening up this year in Cincinnati. So it's continuing to ramp up, I think, and the interest, I think, just by our Facebook page has shown that there's a lot of interest, at least in checking it out more.
Okay, so you're a beer guy. Our audience is definitely beer people. How about what are your top 3 beers right now? Do you have any?
My personal ones?
Yeah.
As much as I would like to always try something different, if there's a Founder Centennial IPA, I have to have it. Okay. That's the mother's milk. Love it. Can't get away from it. Reisdorf Kolsch is one of my favorite beers. It's just such a great beer for summer. It's just a wonderful beer. And we used to call the Reisdorf Kolsch, I used to own a pub, and the Reisdorf Kolsch was our gateway beer. If we got you on the Kolsch off the domestics, then we had you, and we'd eventually get you in all the other craft beers.
One last question. Where can people get tickets for this?
ColumbusBeerfest.com. They're all available online. They can print them at home. They can have them sent to them. There's a couple events in advance. There's tomorrow, Thursday, at the Elevator Brewing Company on the, the 20th, and then the 27th. There's another one, and I'm forgetting it right now. All the information is on the website, columbusbeerfest.com.
Okay, all right.
How's
great.
that for a bailout?
All right, well, Columbus Beerfest receives a BBA rating of 10 on the How Much is James Looking Forward to It scale. You can find out more information about tickets at www.columbusbeerfest.com. Don't forget to look for the Better Beer Authority booth at the Beer Fest and say hi to me and our panelists. We'll be shooting several episodes live from the Beer Fest. Check out our other shows on YouTube and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm James Knott, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority.